Hello, everyone. Welcome to our episode today on Medics in Tech podcast. My name is Gabriel. Okay, I'm your regular host. And on today's edition, I'm with Marco. We met in Poland a few months ago, and I was quite fascinated by some of the projects he's doing in the health tech space. He's not from Nigeria, although we've had a lot of speakers from Nigeria, but he's not from Nigeria. So we'll be giving us some insight from what he's doing today. And why are we doing this podcast? We want to introduce people to the various health tech opportunities that are out there and how they can actually mainstream and change their career path to, or maybe just add any opportunity to whatever they are doing. So, Marco, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. So I am a clinical psychologist, and I have 2 degrees in psychology, so a bachelor's and a master's degree. But at the moment, I am a PhD student in computer science at the University of Catania in Italy. And my main fields or strands of research are actually both psychology and the tech side, the computer science side. My main field of research at the moment is the development of AI algorithms for the detection of smoking movements in people who smoke. So we are merging both the substance use disorder and addiction disorders in general with technology. So it's just all like this. This is just one of the strands.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. And then, can you kind of give us a description of what you were doing before this project? Like, what were you doing as a clinical psychologist before you come into this field, into this PhD project?
Before the PhD
Yes.
in computer science.
Yes. What were you doing? What were you doing?
Okay, so my work as a psychologist involves, working with patients, and I have an expertise in using some technologies and digital health technologies like the virtual reality or some smartphone applications specifically designed for our tasks. So, for example, if we are working on substance use disorder, there are specific smartphone applications designed for monitoring all the bioparameters for the smoke. So, BPM, also the EDA, so the electrodermal activity, which is related to activity about the skin and the electricity on it. So if we have an emotion involving an action, so we can track it. And specifically when the people who smoke, for example, simulate the action of smoking, they could actually perform like a simulation to the physiological parameters. So it's like, for them it's like they are smoking, but in actually they are not. So this is very interesting because we have the placebo effect really strong in this case, and we even worked on that. I also worked on the clinical validation of some applications and specifically designed for smoking detection. And so my main expertise is the addiction, gambling addiction, so both behavioral addictions and substance addictions. These are my main fields as a psychologist, a clinical psychologist.
And why are you in this field? Because that's quite fascinating to pick an interest in. So can you give me why this area of research and interest?
Yeah, sure. I always, I'm a gamer, and I always liked video games and technology, and specifically gaming addiction and video games addiction, new media addiction. And when I was attending my master's degree, I've met my professor, which is Professor Pasquale Caponnetto, an expert in addiction field, and with him we worked to write a thesis about addiction. And firstly it was about gaming addiction, and then we shifted away from that and we moved on the addiction from tobacco and cigarettes. And so we but I still needed to keep the technological part in this, so we found a way to work about the smartphone applications. In this way we merged both psychological part and the technological part, specifically in mHealth field, which is the mobile health field, which involves smartphone applications.
Okay, thank you so much. And I feel like you're doing a lot of data science, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So can you describe, your opinion of how data science has grown over the last few years? Like, how will you describe the change that we've had, in how data science impacts research, especially in healthcare over the last few years? Did you get my question?
Yes. Data science is not my main field of research, but I have some colleagues which work on this, and which are actually data scientists. So I think data science is like a part of the healthcare IT, and is actually very important alongside with cybersecurity. And I think a good professional should be prepared for both of these. And the role of the healthcare professionals in this field is actually growing really fast alongside technology. So a good professional should be prepared in both of these sides. So the preeminent role of healthcare professionals in IT will be more and more important, and a good data scientist should be able to read and understand what clinical data say, and elaborate them in a good way, in a proper way. And I think in this, with these eyes, we should know that it's more important to work as a group. So merge more different professionals, more experts in different fields, because this makes the work better for everyone.
So this is my question. I said, what would be your advice? Okay. What would be your advice to people who are trying to do the kind of project that you do? Like, how will you tell them, what will you tell them rather to do so that they can do this kind of project? Like the skill set, the competency to do the kind of things that you're doing, Marco? Yeah.
I think the first thing is that you need to have passion for these things, because this is an art field, and working with patients with addiction is actually really hard, but it gives you rewards when you achieve some objectives, some achievements, and you need to prepare the best way as you can. You need to study, of course. You need to have good education on these fields and on these areas, and you should focus on what you like the most. So if you like addiction, you like the addiction side, the addiction field, you like the tech sides, and you want to merge these fields, then you need to study both. So you need to have a good psychological preparation and education. So you need to attend and get the needed degrees in this, or study by yourself. But always, it's better to have an official documentation and certification of your knowledge. And further, you need to know better also the technological part, the digital health part, the intervention, the latest intervention. So you could even work as a reviewer for some journals, for some important journals in these areas, and this should be good to make you stay up to date in this area of research.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are coming to an end very soon. It will be very quick. I don't want us to take so much time. So what are the future projects?
Okay.
What are the future projects that you'll be working on that you want to share? Like your expectation of the field of psychology, tech and healthcare, and what probably your plans for the future, and the kind of research you want to do, the kind of advocacy you want to do, so that you can kind of learn from your plan. Who knows? We can work together, and people who are listening, we want to work together with you.
Yeah, right. Why not? My future plan is actually to develop these famous AI algorithms for the detection of smoking movements, which is really hard, because we need to perform a good protocol, a good data sheet with good movements to give to the participants of the study, of the intervention, collect all the data, through some clinical smartwatches, clinical developed smartwatches for these specific aims. We're using the Empathic Embrace Plus as the main device, but we're also using other devices to make better accuracy of the data collection. And then we need to do data analysis on this, so we will need good data scientists, because obviously we need to perform data analysis on clinical aspects and data. And in this case also it is important to have a good dishomogeneous group with both medics, psychologists and computer science experts. And the final goal will be to develop these AI algorithms to be able to interrupt the automatic behaviors of people who smoke when they are starting to smoke. And in this case, I think this will be really useful in the addiction side of cigarette smoking. So
thank you.
Let's hope for the better. We think it will be really nice.
Thank you. So now, so that we can wrap up now. So what are the kind of tools that you recommend, websites that people can learn from, and then probably courses, YouTube videos, channels, whatever resources you think people can use to kind of do this kind of projects? Like, what would you recommend?
The YouTube videos that I recommend to deepen this
not just YouTube
project in general,
not just YouTube and not just this project.
Okay,
yeah, but I mean, someone that wants to come into this kind of field, right? What would you recommend for the person to do? Like YouTube channels, some courses, some online courses, some certifications, maybe degree programs.
Yes, absolutely.
So give some recommendations.
Yes, follow some courses, some specific courses, which gives the knowledge and expertise in these fields. And also, always, if you have doubts, it's better if you talk to experts, which may give you some advice in this field. Maybe your local expert. Would be nice to have a conversation with them. But it's important to study in whatever way you can, which will be courses, online courses, also in presence courses, which after COVID, it's becoming more frequent to do this kind of stuff. Attend the conferences of experts about these fields, and in general be really passionate about this, and find whatever event about these fields as you can and attend them. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. So how can anyone that wants to probably work with you or connect with you reach out to you? Can you give us like maybe your LinkedIn, or how can someone connect with you and reach out to you if they want to do anything with you?
Yes, you can find me on LinkedIn. So my name is Mirko Casu. I don't know if Gabriel maybe
I'll spell it.
so kind to leave a link. Okay, thank you. And that's it. Yeah, you can find me there. If you need to ask me anything or want to ask me anything, you can DM me. It's okay. I will answer with no problem.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll still be reaching out to you in future. But for now, I want us to just do a quick one to really just have an introduction into what you're working on. So thank you very much for your time, and that'll be all. Thank you for joining, and I really appreciate you for this time. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.